Capricorn, thanks for joining me. I'm going to have a look at your astrology for June 2016 and just kind of give you an idea of what you'll be working with. So there is a grand cross in the sky at the moment. It started on the 26th of May and it will stay in effect until the 27th to 28th of June. It kind of fizzles out then. And a grand cross is four squares connecting to create this big red square in the sky, okay? And it's an area of friction and motivation and tension, and it means that there are a lot of different factors in your life which are at odds and which motivate you and which kind of keep you moving, okay? So the first point on this square is your ruler, Saturn. That's in your 12th house. So there's going to be a questioning in terms of how you're progressing spiritually, what you're doing there. I think you're being quite stern in that sector of your life at the moment. The real dream and idea of what you want to communicate spiritually, I think that is a big focus for you at the moment. Then I think work is something that you genuinely enjoy and love at the moment, and I think you'll be putting a lot of energy into that. And you'll also have the desire to grow and expand and travel on a physical level. So there's a lot of stuff that you're excited about, that you're enthusiastic about, that you want to do. And it's interesting, sometimes life can just be so fascinating and full of wonder and magic, and God, there's so much to do and I don't have enough time in the day to get everything done that I want to do. And I think you're in one of those periods at the moment where it's just all so interesting. So try and keep things simple. You do have the energy to pursue a lot of these things that you desire, that you want to achieve, but don't run yourself ragged, okay? Try and do one thing at a time. On the 2nd of June, a grand trine occurs in the chart, and this is another major aspect pattern. These are really big, heavy energies. It's like in the tarot, you have the major arcana and you have the minor arcana. The major arcana is big, solid energy. And that's what these placements represent here. So the grand trine is in earth, it's in your element, so this is a real ease and a sense of belonging within yourself. And there's a new sense of self emerging. There's a desire to have fun and to be romantic and to communicate and to explore the world and to see different cultures and to have fun and to be on the beach and to go swimming and you're really in touch with the good things in life, and you really have a lust for enjoying every moment and really making the best of your situation. So whether you're just getting by, I think you'll be grateful for what you've got and you'll be appreciative and happy with that. If you do have the means to travel and to explore, I think you'll be grateful that you can do that and you'll be aware of the good things in your life. On the 3rd of June, the moon is in Taurus in your 5th, and it's connected to the midheaven. It jumps over the midheaven, which is the angle of work, and it lands in Gemini in your 6th house on the 4th of June. So I really think that you're going to be very much aligned with your physical wants and needs and desires, and you're going to be working to create a connection, a loving connection with another person. If you're in a relationship, absolutely that can apply. You're wanting to become closer to understand the other person. If you're single, you will want to connect with another human on a physical level, and that can be, I feel that it's in a romantic sense. I mean, we all need human contact, we all need human touch, and often, people who work in charities, they'll often say that, this is the only time this person has had a hug or a handshake, and that can be just as helpful and useful as the actual therapy that we're doing here. And sometimes it's just good to touch another person, but I really feel that you want connection in a romantic sense, and if you look into that, you will come across very well, you're articulate, you exude a good aura, you're grateful, you're happy about your life, people want to be around you, and it's a wonderful time for you to start a new romantic love connection. So the 3rd and 4th of June, if you're single, put yourself out there, get out there, and for you, and a lot of you won't want to hear this because most people I speak to hate internet dating, but even if you want to meet someone via something like that, you can have great success in meeting the right person. On the 5th of June, the new moon occurs, and that happens in Gemini in your 6th house. So the new moon pulls new energy in. You will get great ideas coming in, about how you can improve your day-to-day routine. And I get the sense that you're in a luxurious kind of position of feeling a little bit detached from your everyday life and not feeling like you have to struggle so hard to just make ends meet or to get by. I really think you're evaluating things almost from the perspective of an outsider, and you have this kind of nice positive outlook. How can I make my life better? Listen to the ideas you get on the 5th of June. The new moon is like a vacuum cleaner. It pulls in inspiration on this day, and how you can fall more in love with your day-to-day life, how you can fall in love with your work again, and what you do on a daily basis. And there's a real potential to create a new romantic relationship with your work as well. So romance is in the air, whether it's with other people or with work or activities. You're really feeling this spring, summer energy of let's connect, let's make magic happen, let's have fun and be happy. On the 7th of June, the moon goes into Cancer in your 7th house, and you on this day feel very nurturing and very loving and very much like you want to take care of another person. And this first week of June, it really showcases the best of who you are. You know, your soft, squishy, loving center. Don't be embarrassed about that. Engage with it, own it, and express your feelings towards other people. Your positive feelings, because you will be full of positivity. On the 9th of June, there's a Yod in your chart, which is the finger of God. It's a very karmic influence. I also think that life is really treating you very well, because you've got quite a lot of success and appreciation of what you're doing in your working life. I think people in your family recognize that and say, oh my God, this person is really working hard, they've really achieved something in their life. That's wonderful, they've gone after their dreams. And all of that good feedback is actually very helpful in transforming you to work even harder, and it inspires you to be even more diligent and to put in more of an effort. And I really get that you're transforming and you're becoming the best version of yourself that you can be and that you want to be. Also on the 9th of June, Venus goes into Gemini. It is in Gemini rather, and it starts to conjunct your Sun. They're both at 19 degrees in your 6th house. 1 and 9 is 10. 10 reduces to the number 1 in numerology, and that's about new beginnings, new ideas. This is a great day for you, Capricorn, to start your own business, to start a new business in something that you love. It's a great day to implement things that you care about in your existing job, in your existing business, but you have the power to create something. And remember, a new business has a birthday, just like you have a birthday, and it's got a chart as well. If you create a new business on the 9th of June, it will have a loving, positive, energized, happy energy about it, and it's very likely to thrive and succeed because it will have that energy for the duration of its existence. So this is a good day to give birth to something new. On the 11th and 12th of June, the moon, your rising sign, Jupiter, and the North Node, they all connect in your 9th house in Virgo. It's a really good time for you to travel. I think you'll feel comfortable. I think you'll feel at ease being out and about. I think you'll make good choices. If you book a holiday, book it today, or if you're actually on the holiday, you'll make good choices in terms of the excursions, what you're doing. You feel very much yourself. You feel very practical. Your head is in the right space. You're thinking along the right lines, and wow, who would have thought that June is your month? But really, things are looking wonderful for you. Mercury goes into Gemini on the 13th of June. Mercury loves Gemini because Mercury is ruled by Gemini, so they work very well together. That is in your 6th house. Expect to have ideas and inspirations when it comes to your working life, how to make things better, how to implement things that will really, really enrich your life, whether that's your own business, whether that's a new business, whether that's your existing employment. Expect inspiration to flutter into your head and to just have them popping in all over the place. You're going to be massively inspired. And again, that kind of points me towards you being a little bit outside of your life a little bit, watching it from the sidelines and looking at it with a pair of fresh eyes. A new perspective, really what the bigger picture is and what the potential for everything is. You're not stuck in it at the moment. On the 14th of June, the moon goes into Libra. It's in your 10th house of career at 17 degrees. 1 and 7 is 8 in numerology. And Libra is a cardinal air sign, so it's about new beginnings, taking charge of things, being a leader. In your 10th house, any ideas that you have and you implement them at work, not only are they going to be good and successful, but people will actually listen to you, and there's a good chance that your ideas will be implemented even if you're not in a position of power. So you're inspired in a working sense. Make sure to put that out there and to actually take it the next level and to speak your ideas or write them down or send a letter or make a suggestion. It will have a positive outcome. On the 16th of June, the Lyrids meteor shower is happening at the moment, and it reaches its peak on the 16th. It started on the 10th of June, it continues until the 21st of June, and in astrology a meteor shower is almost like a cleansing, okay? In this case, it's more ideas in terms of your working life popping into your life via little blue lights, okay? So maybe go out in nature. You are a practical earth sign, actually seeing things and being able to feel them. It's going to feel good to you and it's going to be satisfying. Watching the meteor shower, make a wish about what your work can be and how you can perfect it. I really think this meteor shower will inspire you even more. You have been inspired already by it, but when you actively engage with it and say, I wish my life could be this way, you'll become aware of what you want, actually, what the potential is, and you will continue to be inspired. On the 17th of June, the moon goes into Scorpio and it joins your Scorpio Mars, which is in retrograde, up in your 11th house. I really feel that there aren't a lot of problems in your friendships at the moment. I don't think you're particularly pushy. I don't think you're particularly frustrated. I think you have a great understanding of what other people are going through. I think you're able to help them out if you take charge of the situation, because you are inspired at the moment. You have energy to spare. Someone needs help. Call a Capricorn, or you are the Capricorn, but be available to help other people because you really understand a lot of stuff this month and your thoughts are almost inspired. So if someone comes to you with their problem, you're going to understand and discover what the solution is, and you can actually help them. On the 18th of June, the Virgo-Pisces axis becomes quite charged. There's a lot of opposition going on there. The Virgo side of things is your 9th house, Pisces is your 3rd house. I would really suggest that you go on a trip this month because it's going to inspire you. It will allow you to have these, ideas about your work coming back, but it will also give you a spiritual insight in terms of what you're actually aspiring to. If if you're someone, let's say you're a lawyer, you're doing really well, you're on the road to becoming a partner, family's great, you've got a new girlfriend, everything's fabulous, but you don't really know what you're here for, and it doesn't really bother you so much usually because your life is good. You go on holidays 3 times a year and you eat well and you go to the gym and everything's wonderful. But if you go out of your usual routine, I think you might even get some sort of deeper insights into what your purpose is, and that really can't harm you. You're happy anyway. If you discover it voluntarily when you're happy rather than being forced to discover what your purpose is because your life stops working, then use that opportunity and be smart and really engage with the process and do a little bit of meditation as well on this trip. And my right hand is becoming really hot as I'm saying this. It might be that you watching this may have the ability to heal others through your spiritual understanding. So delve into that a little bit, especially around the 18th. You may discover something about yourself. And it's interesting because Venus goes into Cancer on this day too, on the 18th of June. Venus is the planet of love and beauty. You will discover in what way you love healing other people. It may be Reiki healing, it may be communicative healing, it may be healing through your art, it may be anything. So ask yourself the spiritual questions on this day, meditate, pray, see what comes up, and you will find what your healing ability is, because we all have healing ability. We all have intuitive ability, we all have the ability to heal each other because we're all one. So what one has, the other has. The full moon occurs on the 20th. This full moon is in Sagittarius and it occurs right on top of your rising sign. So you, the Capricorn, will blossom and flourish by going out into the world, by seeking answers, and that's what this month is all about. That's what I've been talking about. More answers, more discovery, having new experiences, and you are really energized by this Sagittarius energy, and the more you can discover and seek and explore and go on adventures, the happier and more excited you will be. It's also the pagan festival, the summer solstice. And it's the rulership of light, and when nature is at her loveliest, and it's the beginning of the light season here in the Northern Hemisphere. So more optimism, more reason to be happy, longer evenings, longer days, you know, more chances to kiss your loved ones. On the 21st of June, the sun goes into Cancer. Okay, so a lot of movement is now happening between the 6th and 7th house. The 6th house is your day-to-day routine, your work and your ideas. And the 7th house is relationships and other people. So first of all, Venus, your personal planet of love, what it is you love, what you enjoy, that has gone into that 7th house in Cancer. So you will feel like your heart goes out to people more. Now the sun goes into Cancer in your 7th. Your identity becomes more focused on nurturing other people, taking care of other people. Later on in the month, on the 30th, Mercury will go into Cancer in that 7th house. So you start to communicate more caringly, in a more nurturing way, and your words will have more healing impact on people. So that's the kind of shift that's now going on later on in the month. So if you do want to implement new ideas when it comes to your work, do it early on in June. Don't leave it until the end, because you're focusing on more personal relationships at the end of the month. On the 23rd and 24th of June, Mars begins to quincunx Uranus, which is in your 4th. It's important that you take charge and that you take a leadership position in your family life, because you really are in a position of power and strength, and you can bail other people out. You can help other people. So take on that responsibility. What you put out, you will get back. People will thank you for it, and it's no skin off your nose. You've got great energy, great power this month, so why not use it for the sake of other people who may not have so much strength? On the 25th of June, Mercury begins to quincunx your midheaven in the 6th, and this is kind of the last gasp energy of inspiration when it comes to your working life. So that meteor shower has now ended. Maybe there's one straggle meteor shower here on the 25th of June, but communication, work, you will get information, and it might be that you get some good information about work in your working life. Yes, we will pay you more. Yes, you will have a promotion coming your way, that kind of thing. Either way, it's going to be positive. On the 27th of June, the moon goes into Aries in your 4th house at 2 degrees. And you will really benefit now from focusing or continuing to focus on your family relationships, and again, taking the lead. Okay, and just examples of that, you know, if you have elderly parents, it may be that they need some of your support now. You know, if you're in your 40s and they're in their 70s or 80s, then maybe it's time for you to step up and give back a little bit. Don't, you know, no guilt here, but if you do that kind of thing, if you feel the pull towards it, you will benefit from it as well. On the 29th, there's a grand trine in water. Let me just tilt my head a little bit so I can see where it is. That connects your communication sector, your relationship sector, and your friendships. So you can really, by expressing love for other people, you can really realize some of your own hopes and dreams and alter and take relationships to the next level. You can deepen friendships, you can bring more romance into romantic relationships, you can get closer to your colleagues, you can bond. So express your vulnerabilities or connect with someone over theirs, and you will make your connections deeper and closer. And then I've already mentioned Mercury here. On the 30th, it does go into Cancer in your 7th. So you are very, very focused on being of service and supporting and helping other people now. So you're a wonderful ray of light here in the rest of our lives, Capricorn. So I'm so happy to tell you that. Have a wonderful month. If you'd like a private reading with me, then please get in touch via my website. It's gregoryscott.com. Click on the readings tab and you can order your reading with me there. Remember to subscribe to this YouTube channel. I've also started doing a weekly astrology forecast on the Facebook page. That's for all signs of the zodiac. It's facebook.com/Gregory Scott 444. Have a fantastic month and I'll speak to you soon.